Marcus Williams had been the night security guard at Meridian Towers in Manhattan for 12 years. Every night, he walked the same routes, performed the same checks, quietly doing his job. At 58, he was a calm man with just 2 years left until retirement. Until that Thursday night at 3:15 a.m., when strange sounds from the building's basement alerted him. Those sounds were signals of a horrific plan that threatened not just the building, but the lives of the 200 people inside. Meridian Towers, in the heart of Manhattan, was a 30-story luxury residential building. It housed 200 apartments with approximately 400 residents. Doctors, lawyers, business executives. It was a prestigious address where New York's upper class lived. Marcus Williams had been the night security guard there for 12 years. He worked from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. At 58, he was a calm, reliable man. The residents trusted him completely. "Marcus, you're the guardian angel of this building," said retired Dr. Jennifer Martinez from the 15th floor. "We couldn't sleep peacefully without you." Marcus was a humble man. "I'm just doing my job," he would say, "as long as everyone is safe." Marcus had a difficult past. He was a Vietnam War veteran. He had enlisted at 18, fought for 3 years. When he returned, he had PTSD, was unemployed, and his marriage had fallen apart. Over the years, he worked various jobs: construction worker, cargo handler, taxi driver, but the shadow of war always followed him. When he started working at Meridian Towers at 50, life improved a bit. A quiet job, steady salary, kind people. For the first time in a long while, he felt peaceful. "This job is good for me," he had said when he started. "I like protecting people." Marcus's routine was precise. Every night he walked the same routes, 10 p.m. Shift start, lobby check, 30 p.m. Lower floors, tour basement, garage, technical rooms, 1 o'clock a.m. Upper floors, tour roof, corridor checks, 30 a.m. Security camera, monitoring, 2 a.m. Second basement tour, 5:30 a.m. Morning shift preparation. This routine hadn't changed in 12 years. Marcus was punctual, disciplined. The residents loved him. If there was a problem in the middle of the night, they would call Marcus. Water leaks, power outages, noise complaints. He handled everything. "Marcus is our superhero," said the young couple, Sarah and David Chen, from the 8th floor. November 7th, 2024, Thursday night. Marcus started his shift as usual. The building was quiet. Most residents were sleeping. At 11:30 p.m., he went on his basement tour. As always, he checked the parking area, technical rooms, electrical panels. Everything was normal. At 1 a.m., he toured the upper floors. Corridors were silent, doors closed. He went to the roof, checked around. The New York lights were beautiful as always. But at 3:15 a.m., something was different. Marcus was monitoring cameras in the security office. Suddenly, strange sounds came from the basement. Scraping sounds as if someone was drilling holes in the wall. At first, he thought it was mice. But the sound was too regular, too methodical. "Strange," Marcus muttered. "Who's doing what at this hour?" He took his flashlight and went down to the basement. The sounds were coming from behind the technical room. Marcus's heart quickened. He had never experienced anything like this in 12 years. He slowly moved toward the sound. When Marcus reached behind the technical room, he was shocked. A large hole had been opened in the wall, and sounds were coming from the other side of the hole. He held his flashlight and looked inside. A tunnel had been dug, leading to the basement of the adjacent building. What is this? Marcus thought. Sounds were coming from inside the tunnel. Human voices. Marcus listened carefully. Did we place the explosives? Yes, on every floor. What time, Gig AM? While everyone's sleeping. Marcus's blood ran cold. This was an attack plan. Marcus listened more. There were 3 people talking. This building is a fortress of the rich, one said. They need to be punished. 200 people will die, said another. So be it. They didn't care about our suffering. Marcus understood. This was a terrorist attack. They had placed bombs on every floor of the building. They would detonate them at 6 a.m. 200 innocent people would die. Marcus's hand went to his gun, but he couldn't fight 3 to 1. He needed to be smarter. Marcus quietly returned to the security office. He immediately called police. 1. Emergency. Hello, I'm Marcus Williams, security guard at Meridian Towers. They've placed bombs in the building. Stay calm, sir. Can you give me your address? Marcus gave the address and explained the situation. Police and bomb disposal teams are on the way. Please don't evacuate the building. Don't cause panic. But people will die. If terrorists see outside intervention, they might move up their plan. Stay quiet. Police would arrive in 30 minutes, but it was a very long 30 minutes. The terrorists were still working in the tunnel. They were making final preparations. Marcus monitored the building through security cameras. 200 people were sleeping quietly. None were aware of the danger. Sarah, on the 8th floor, was pregnant. Dr. Martinez, on the 15th floor, had her grandson visiting that night. The Wilson family, on the 22nd floor, had 3 children. Marcus knew them all. He had been protecting them for 12 years. At 3:50 a.m., the police arrived, but without sirens, quietly. SWAT teams, bomb disposal experts. Commander Davis spoke with Marcus. Mr. Williams, please explain the situation again. Marcus told everything. The tunnel, the conversations, the plan. How many are they? At least 3, maybe more. Where are the bombs? They placed them on every floor. They'll detonate at 6 a.m. The commander thought, evacuating the building is very risky. It would cause panic. Terrorists would notice. Police made a plan. SWAT team would secretly enter through the tunnel. Bomb disposal experts would sweep every floor. Marcus would act normally and keep terrorists distracted. If necessary, they would evacuate residents floor by floor. Mr. Williams, you'll play a very important role, said the commander. Continue your normal routine, but watch the terrorists. Marcus accepted. He had done dangerous missions, like this in Vietnam too. A.M. Marcus went on his normal tour, but this time with a different purpose. The SWAT team had entered from the other end of the tunnel. They were secretly approaching the terrorists. As Marcus walked around the basement, he could hear the terrorists' voices. Do the final check. Everything's ready. Explosion at 6 a.m. These rich bastards will learn what pain is. Marcus's stomach turned. These people were ready to kill 200 innocent people, 25 a.m. The SWAT team was ready. The commander called Marcus on radio. Mr. Williams, how many terrorists do you see? Marcus looked carefully. 3 people, all armed. Understood. Intervention in 30 seconds. Marcus moved to a safe position. His heart was beating fast. 3, 2, 1, operation. The SWAT team raided. The terrorists were surprised but showed resistance. A short but intense firefight began. The terrorists didn't surrender. They opened fire. The SWAT team acted professionally. They tried to minimize damage, but protected themselves. Marcus watched from the security office. His Vietnam War memories came back. After a 5-minute firefight, silence fell. "All terrorists neutralized," said the commander over radio. "Mr. Williams, situation secure." But the job wasn't finished yet. The bombs were still in place. Bomb disposal experts began sweeping the building. They checked every floor with special devices. Marcus helped them. He knew every corner of the building after 12 years. "Are there any hidden compartments here?" asked the expert. "Yes, there's a technical shaft on the 5th floor, AC room on the 18th floor." Every clue was valuable. Time was running out. It was 5:30 a.m. The first bomb was found on the 7th floor. It was placed in the AC system. "Very sophisticated," said the expert. "This is professional work." Bomb experts found 15 bombs, one on each floor. Very powerful explosives. "They're all set to detonate simultaneously," said the expert, "at 6 a.m. It was 5:45 a.m., 15 minutes left. "Can you defuse them?" asked the commander. "We'll try, but there's very little time." Marcus made a decision. "Let's evacuate the building. At least save the people." 50 a.m. Fire alarms rang. An announcement was made over speakers. "Due to technical malfunction, the building is being evacuated. Please exit through the nearest exit." Marcus went floor by floor. He knocked on doors. "Get out immediately! Emergency!" People were confused but complied. They trusted Marcus. Sarah Chen was pregnant, moving slowly. Marcus helped her. "What's happening, Marcus?" she asked. "Technical problem. We need to get out." 55 a.m. Most residents had left the building, but some still remained. Marcus made one final tour of every floor in the building. He checked to make sure no one was left. He found elderly Mr. Peterson on the 25th floor. He hadn't heard the alarm because he was deaf. "Mr. Peterson, we must leave immediately." "What's happening, Marcus?" "I'll explain later. Run now." 5:58 a.m. 2 minutes left. Marcus carried Mr. Peterson down the stairs. His legs were giving out. He was out of breath. 5:59:30 a.m. 30 seconds left. Marcus exited the building. 200 people had gathered on the street. Everyone was safe. Bomb experts called over radio. "Last bomb defused. Building secure." Exactly 6 a.m. No explosion. Everyone was safe. Marcus collapsed to the ground. He had done it. The next day, the news was all over the media. Headlines read, "Security guard saves 200 lives." Marcus was declared a hero. The mayor, police chief, everyone congratulated him. But Marcus remained humble. "I just did my job," he said. Meridian Towers residents gathered for Marcus. They collected money for his retirement. "You're our angel," said Dr. Martinez. "You saved all our lives." Marcus received many awards: Medal of Courage from the city, Certificate of Honor from Police Department, Heroism Plaque from Vietnam Veterans Association, Golden Key from Meridian Towers. But the most valuable was the drawing by Dr. Martinez's granddaughter, Emma. It said Super Marcus on it. Marcus hung that drawing in the security office. Police investigation continued. 3 terrorists died, but their organizers were caught. Their leader was James Morrison, a radical activist. He had harbored hatred against the rich for years. Meridian Towers was a symbol of the rich, he said in his statement. "We wanted to punish them." He got life in prison at trial. Other members also received long sentences. Marcus testified at the hearing. He told how he did everything to keep his residents safe. Marcus returned to his job, but he was no longer an ordinary security guard. He was a hero. Residents had even more respect for him. When children saw him, they shouted, "Super Marcus!" But Marcus was most happy that people were safe. I had been trying to protect them for 12 years, he thought. That night, I really protected them. 2 years later, Marcus retired. Meridian Towers residents threw him a big farewell party. Someone from every apartment came. They made thank you speeches. "Marcus, you're part of our family," said Sarah Chen. "When my baby is born, I'll name him Marcus." Marcus cried. For 12 years, these people had truly become his family. He gave advice to the young security guard who replaced him. "Protecting people isn't just a job," he said. "It's family." Marcus Williams' story shows us that heroism isn't in grand gestures, but in daily dedication and attention. Marcus, who performed his ordinary duties for 12 years, saved 200 people's lives in one night, simply because he was attentive and took his responsibility seriously. He was an ordinary 58-year-old man, preparing for retirement. But that night he realized that no job is ordinary. Every profession is an opportunity to serve society. Marcus is now 60, retired. But Meridian Towers residents still call him to get advice, to check on him. And Marcus still visits that security office. He shares his experiences with new guards. "Keep your eyes open," he says. "People trust you." Because Marcus Williams knew that real heroes don't wear capes. They just have watchful eyes and big hearts. And sometimes that's enough to save 200 lives. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for extraordinary stories of ordinary people. Because there are heroes around us every day, we just need to notice them. See you in our next video.